Some labour unions in the public service have described as an insult the 2024 4.7% wage increase, accusing government of continuing to undermine the plight of workers. The South African Federation of Trade Unions, Saftu, is amongst those that took to the streets last year and refused to sign the 2-year agreement, which they say did little to increase the workers' buying power.
The South African Federation of Trade Unions has rejected this agreement when it was even struck in 2023, because as a multi-term agreement, we argued at the time that the first leg of it was actually below inflation. What they have done then to try to mislead the workers was to try to incorporate the old cash gratuity part as part of the increase, which actually would have led to a misrepresentation of the actual increase of the wages of workers in the public service.
Police are classified as essential workers and are not allowed to go on strike, but the threats of a strike action could see some disruptions. The Police and Civil Rights Union POP crew also refused to sign the multi-year wage agreement last year and say they will now get a mandate from their members on a way forward.
Public servants have been worse off since 2017, when the last agreement, which was talking to their salary increment and their pension fund, and then it was implemented. From that up to now, there's no any salary increment which is above inflation. So we're saying we reject this. This is an insult to the working class, who have come out and support service delivery for government during the time of COVID and also during the time of difficulties. Now we're expecting police and traffic officials to be on the road working for festive season. But immediately when they're supposed to get what is due to them, the employer is just pointing a finger and say middle finger to say, I'm giving you less than inflation.
The Public Servants Association, PSA, on the other hand, formed part of those that signed for the 2-year wage agreement. The union has cautioned against what it calls the undermining of collective bargaining by government, saying they will need to strategize going forward and approach talks with caution to ensure the best wage deal for their members.
A lot has to be done in the years coming forward, next year especially. As I said, the increase is based on the projected inflation rate, and if the inflation rate does hover above 4.7, we'll be certainly demanding a salary increase that will make up the deficit for this year and obviously what we're going to negotiate for next year. We're optimistic that government will come to the party as well, will come to the table and say that public servants deserve a salary increase that will meet their financial needs.
The fresh round of talks at the Public Service Bargaining Council is expected to start in September 2024, with the workers hoping to find joy in the new administration that will be formed post the general elections. Katlego Logodi, SABC News in Johannesburg.